Welcome, dear friends, to a tale of self-discovery and the wisdom of the ages. Have you ever felt trapped in the cycle of envy and comparison? Join me on a journey where a young city boy learns a powerful lesson that will change his life forever. Let us explore the path of self-focus and find the true key to lasting happiness. Once upon a time, in the bustling city of New York, there lived a young man named Ethan. Ethan was a 25-year-old aspiring writer who dreamed of achieving great success in his career. However, he often found himself feeling envious and inadequate when he saw others achieving their goals and finding happiness. One day, as Ethan walked through Central Park, he stumbled upon a small clearing where he noticed a serene figure sitting cross-legged. It was a Zen master deep in meditation. Intrigued by the peaceful aura surrounding the Zen master, Ethan approached him and mustered up the courage to share his frustrations. "Excuse me, sir," Ethan said tentatively. "I can't help but feel envious of others. It seems like everyone around me is achieving success while I'm stuck in a rut. I don't know how to find happiness and fulfillment in my own life." The Zen master opened his eyes, revealing kind and understanding eyes. He smiled gently at Ethan and motioned for him to sit beside him. "My young friend, envy is a common struggle many face. But remember, comparing ourselves to others only brings us suffering. True happiness lies within." Ethan listened intently as the Zen master continued. "There is a quote I would like to share with you. Comparison is the thief of joy. It means that when we constantly compare ourselves to others, we rob ourselves of the joy and contentment that can be found within." The Zen master went on to share stories of individuals who had found happiness by focusing on their own journeys. He spoke of a struggling artist who became successful by embracing their unique style, and a musician who found joy by creating music from their heart, regardless of commercial success. As Ethan listened to these stories, he began to see the truth in the Zen master's words. He realized that by constantly comparing himself to others, he had been overlooking his own accomplishments and strengths. The envy he felt was only holding him back from reaching his full potential. With newfound determination, Ethan started to shift his mindset. Instead of dwelling on others' success, he decided to focus on his own growth and development. He set realistic goals for himself and took small steps towards achieving them. Whenever he felt the pang of envy creeping in, he reminded himself of the Zen master's teachings. Days turned into weeks, and Ethan continued to visit the park seeking guidance from the Zen master. He found solace in the peaceful environment and the wisdom of the Zen master's words. He began to appreciate the small victories along his journey, celebrating his progress rather than comparing it to others. One day, Ethan encountered a setback in his writing. He had received a rejection letter from a publisher, and his spirits were low. He found himself slipping back into the familiar trap of envy, comparing himself to successful authors who had already published multiple books. But this time, instead of succumbing to despair, Ethan remembered the Zen master's teachings. He reminded himself that success is subjective and that his own journey was unique. With renewed determination, he revised his manuscript and sent it to a different publisher. As the days went by, Ethan's mindset continued to evolve. He realized that true fulfillment comes from within, from embracing one's own path and finding joy in the process. He no longer saw others' success as a reflection of his own failures, but rather as inspiration and motivation to keep striving for his own goals. Ethan continued his journey of self-improvement with the guidance of the Zen master. He began to apply the teachings he had learned to his daily life, finding solace and contentment in focusing on himself rather than comparing himself to others. Each day, Ethan would set aside time for self-reflection and gratitude. He would remind himself of the quote the Zen master had shared with him, "Comparison is the thief of joy." As Ethan continued to grow, he encountered obstacles along the way. There were times when he faced rejections and setbacks, but he no longer allowed these challenges to define his self-worth. Instead, he saw them as opportunities for growth and learning. One day, as Ethan sat in the park, he noticed a young artist struggling with self-doubt. Her paintings were vibrant and full of emotion, yet she felt insecure about showcasing her work to the world. Ethan approached her with a warm smile and shared his own journey of overcoming envy and comparison. He reminded her that her art was unique and had the power to touch people's hearts. Encouraged by Ethan's words, the young artist found the courage to display her paintings in a local art gallery. To her surprise, her artwork received positive feedback and even sold out. Through her own experience, she understood the importance of focusing on her own creativity and not being swayed by the successes of others. Word of Ethan's transformation began to spread throughout the city. People came to him seeking guidance, inspired by his newfound wisdom and inner peace. Ethan would share the teachings of the Zen master, reminding others to always focus on themselves and embrace their own journeys. The Zen master, observing Ethan's growth, approached him one day with a smile. "You have come a long way, my young friend," he said. "Remember, life is not a competition. It is a beautiful tapestry of individual experiences. Each person has their own path to walk, and true fulfillment lies in staying true to oneself." Ethan nodded, grateful for the Zen master's guidance. He had learned that comparison only brought unnecessary suffering, and that true happiness was found in embracing his own uniqueness. He continued to pursue his writing, not for the purpose of outshining others, but for the joy it brought him. As the days turned into months, Ethan's life began to change. He found success in his writing not because he had surpassed others, but because he had tapped into his own voice and shared his authentic stories with the world. Ethan's journey of self-discovery and growth serves as a reminder to everyone that comparing ourselves to others is a futile endeavor. Each person has their own strengths, talents, and path to follow. By focusing on ourselves and nurturing our own growth, we can find true fulfillment and happiness. And so, Ethan's story continues, a testament to the power of self-reflection and personal growth. As he walks through the bustling streets of New York City, he carries with him the wisdom of the Zen master, always reminding himself and others to focus on themselves and embrace their own unique journeys. Before we start reflecting, seekers, I request you to share your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section below. And if you were enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like button, as it makes a huge difference for us. Your support and engagement mean the world to us, and it motivates us to continue creating these meaningful stories. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on the moral and teachings we have learned from Ethan's journey. Throughout the story, we witnessed how envy and comparison can rob us of our own joy and fulfillment. We learned that true happiness lies within ourselves, and that focusing on our own growth and journey is the key to finding contentment. In our own lives, it's so easy to get caught up in comparing ourselves to others. We see our friends, colleagues, or even strangers achieving success, and we can't help but feel inadequate. But remember, seekers, each one of us has our own unique journey and path to follow. We all have our own strengths and talents that make us special. Instead of wasting our energy on envy and comparison, let us focus on our own growth and development. Set realistic goals for yourself and take small steps towards achieving them. Celebrate your progress along the way, no matter how small it may seem. Remember, it's the journey and the lessons we learn along the way that truly matter. Whenever you find yourself slipping into the trap of comparison, remind yourself of the quote we shared: "Comparison is the thief of joy." Take a moment to appreciate your own accomplishments and the blessings in your life. Embrace your own uniqueness and talents, and let them shine brightly. Seekers, let us support and uplift one another instead of comparing and tearing each other down. Let us celebrate each other's successes and learn from one another. Together, we can create a world where everyone feels valued and appreciated for who they are. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-reflection and growth. We hope that you will apply these teachings in your own life and find true happiness and fulfillment. Remember, seekers, always focus on yourself, not others, and embrace your own unique journey.